I feel like I've mastered the art of teacher digital organization, and I do so with Google Sheets and link everything to that. My favorite is Google Forms, which I probably use the most, and then Google Sheets. And I like using it because they all work cohesively together. So like I can create my whole planner on Google Sheets and then connect all my forms to it. So it helps that everything's organized on one place. It just makes my classroom, I feel like, flow a lot easier. Every time I'm out with the sub, I give my kids a form to fill out called Give Me the Details, and their responses are so funny. I actually look forward to this. This is what the front looks like, and then here are some of the questions I asked. Some of the questions on there are, did you have any questions about the lesson learned today? Is there anything else that you want to tell me? They might give me a note and say like, oh, I really like this sub, and then that tells me I can request them again. And then I also have the questions that they can answer, like, how are you feeling about the lesson today? And so I like it because they can answer 1 through 5, or I could just ask a more generic questions like, how are you feeling in general? And then it gives them the opportunity to tell me. Oftentimes I would find out that the very next day I would come in and they would forget everything. They'd be like, oh, it was okay. Or I would have students that maybe wanted to tell me something, but they felt uncomfortable saying like, oh, actually, I did not understand the lesson at all. They didn't feel comfortable saying that in front of all of the students. Another Google form that I had been doing since I first started teaching is my Wellness Wednesday form. And it's similar in the nature of like every week they fill out a form asking how they're doing that week. And I get like a vibe check on how they feel about the content we're learning. And so I just applied that to when I'm out with the sub. They might as well tell me then too. And then oftentimes I find that my students can articulate their feelings better when they can write it. I like that I can connect with them. I like that I can see a pattern in like, either their emotional well-being or a pattern even on just like their thoughts. I often, especially my Wellness Wednesday, include like thought-provoking questions about our content. And so I like that too. It just gives me some good data and feedback on how I'm doing as a teacher and then how their learning is going too. I would personally start with Google Forms just because I think that's the easiest to set up and the easiest to use because it's really, especially for students, because it's just answering questions or a quick form. And then Google Forms can also be used in the most variety of ways because you can use it as like a survey or you can even use it as like a quiz. And so that's also another way I use it in class. And so it really helps you collect a lot of data. I have all of my forms connected to one place. And so that's what's really made this the most useful. The Google Forms are able to connect to one central planner on Google Sheets. All the responses go to that same digital planner. And I think that's what's made it the most useful and why I use it so much in my classroom is because it's all in one tab and I don't have to worry about, well, where's my parent contact log or, oh, where's my student behavior log? It's all right there.